Hi Ricardo, Grant Norland here with Quarterback Performance Technologies. It was great to work with you again yesterday. I can really tell that you've been working on some of the things we talked about last time. Let's just take a quick look at some of the things we talked about yesterday. First off, in your stance, I really like what you've done with your starting stance here. Your shoulders are nice and level. That football's right off of that right pec. You're nice and balanced on both feet there. Eyes are downfield, and you just got that great aggressive posture. You look like you're really ready to punch there. Now moving forward from here, you really move the ball back nicely. We got rid of that little wind up you had before. Okay, the ball is staying above that line. You're not winding it up. The only thing we talked about fixing, okay, from this point is the motion of your arm here. We want to get you here, and then as your hips start there, as you can see, we want to start your arm motion forward from here, and you can see how as your hips start forward, the ball keeps going back and back and back right to there. And the big difference you're going to make in your release time is this right here. If you can start your motion forward here, rather than continuing to open up your shoulder back like that, that's where your improvement is going to come. Because from there, you recover really nice, you get a nice high release, and punch over the top. And the other thing I really like that you've improved is if you just watch the motion in your hips and your core here, you really can see that you're driving off that back foot and getting a great turn there. And as you come over the top, you're not quite as arched there as you were before. So that's improving there. If we take a look at it from another angle here, you can see your great angles at your hips and knees here. You've got a really great power position right there, ready to punch the football. Starting from right there, you take that great drive step, and then again, just the position of that right arm as you come back. If you can get to here and start your motion forward from here, it's going to be a lot quicker than coming all the way back here behind your head and then starting forward. So really at this point, that is the only major thing I see that you can really improve on. I like your hip drive there. You can see your hips start turning. You're really driving off that foot. The core goes with it nicely. We just got to shorten up that arm motion. Now let's take a quick look at some of your drops here that we filmed. We talked about here is that first step not getting quite so high off the ground and kind of hopping over that hurdle, but pushing more straight back and scraping that foot right across the top of the turf. The thing I really like about your drop here is that when you plant that foot, you're keeping it nice and parallel to the line of scrimmage right here. So it's nice and parallel to the line so that you can keep that front shoulder open to the left side where you're throwing the ball. Plant. And the only other thing we talked about was shortening up that plant step just a little bit so that when you're planting, you're maybe right in here in this area. That's just going to get you a little bit more balanced and allow you to throw the ball a little bit quicker off of that third step. Let's check out another angle here. The thing we talked about on this one, so we're coming back here. The thing we talked about here was that position of your first step and your drop. You can see how it's kind of coming off of that straight line and you're reaching back behind. And that's a common thing, especially when you're throwing to your left. But again, like we talked about, you don't want to give off which side you're throwing to. So we want to get that first step right on that line as you're coming back. And then on your third step, anchor to the left, which you do there really nicely. The only other thing we talked about here is the position of your drive step once you hit that third step. It's tough to tell from this angle, but it looks like you're opening up that foot just a little bit too much. We want to get that drive step right toward your target so that all your momentum is going in that direction and not off to the side there. Ricardo, that's about it for this time. It was a pleasure working with you, and we look forward to working with you more in the future. Keep up the good work, bud. Bye.